everyone, it's Julia. When I see these at thrift stores or flea markets, I like to pick them up. They're old photo folders. A lot of them were from confirmation pictures or maybe like first communion pictures, and they had like the picture in it. I love them because they're sturdy, and I like making journals with the covers. And that's what I'm going to do today. I have 4 of them here. I'll probably just show sort of the one. I mean, they're all a little bit different, and so they're all going to turn out differently. But what I really wanted to try to do is I'm going to use some cardstock. This is just I would say a medium weight cardstock that I'm going to add some fabric and some of the cardstock to this. I do want to bring the cardstock to the front, but also use that same just as a piece of paper behind here where you can add a photo or something on top of that. And then I'm going to be putting papers in this too. Going to leave it somewhat pretty much undecorated except for the front. So people can do their own thing in them, and probably put a tie on it or some sort of something. So let's get started on this. They're going to be very simple. I'll probably put these in my Etsy store, and I don't want to put too much work into them so I can keep the price down. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to be just laying some things out. One of the things that I really wanted to challenge myself with is to use up some of my embellishments. These are all fabric, and then most of them do have like a paper adhesive on the back side of them, which is iron on. But I've got a lot of these little containers full of, like all these left, and they're just from other, leftover projects. Love this tree. I'll probably try to do one with one of these. This was the silhouette of the die cut that I had used for another project, and I just thought this outline was kind of neat. So I saved them all. Just have a ton of that kind of stuff. So let's get started. I'm going to create this one and just show you some of my thought process, and then I will create the other ones, and you'll see pictures of the other ones too. Hope you enjoy this. It's something a little bit different. Let's get started on it. This is what I have so far. I did cut this down, so that is going to be placed right there. And then I also included that same piece right here. Haven't glued that in yet, but I'm just going to glue that in with my glue stick. And then I found this really funny bird. So I thought that's going to be really kind of I love the colors, just really bright. Actually, the beak does match, which is kind of cool. And then I have a bunch of these just printed off. I printed these off on my computer probably a while ago, and it does have heat and bond light on the back of it. I think I'm going to do a Be Unique on this. And then this scrap of green. I love all these bright colors, so I'm just going to go with it. But I'm going to ruffle this at my sewing machine and put this for kind of like a grass. Maybe have his, long legs, and then possibly add some bright flowers to somewhere. And we'll see how that goes. I'm going to ruffle this, and I'll take you with me for that. I'm just going to pleat it underneath my sewing machine. I'm going to iron this on, and I'm going to stitch that bird with black thread and with black legs. So I'm going to iron this onto the cardstock and then take this whole thing over to my sewing machine. I'm going to say that I just use regular thread when I'm stitching through just like a Coats and Clark or just like an all-purpose thread when I'm sewing through cardstock. It's going to dull your needle, and my needle needs to be changed anyway. And so when I get all done with these sewing paper, I will be changing my needle, but I'm not going to now. And I believe I have like an 11 or maybe even a 14 needle in there right now. I'm not gonna, change that either. So just a regular needle. It's going to dull it, and just kind of keep that in mind if you're doing a project similar to this. I could just use a black marker to put in the legs and the eye. Might do a little funny hairdo on him too. But I'm gonna stitch it. And so this is just a heat erase pen that I'm going to add those details. And then afterwards I will just to use my iron to remove any marks that you can see. I'm going to stitch right down the middle of this green strip that I'm going to pleat for the grass, and I'm just going to take little pleats as I go. They're not going to be even. It's, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm going to take and stitch this now to the bottom of this little bottom of his feet. Now I'm going to be switching to my free motion foot black thread, and I'm going to put black thread in the bobbin too, just in case the bobbin shows a little bit. I want it to be, I don't want the white to show. Sometimes with paper, the tension could get off a little bit. So I am going to change to my black bobbin. Okay, my feed dogs are dropped, and I'm going to be doing the moving on this. I'm just going to go outline the little pieces and then draw in the detail. I got them stitched. I'm going to add the word, possibly just see if I can get these bright colored flowers in there somewhere. And then I'm going to stitch all the way around this too, just giving it a border. Haven't decided. I thought about stitching this onto this, but I think I'm going to glue it. I don't have the best glue, but I'm going to, between my white school glue and my glue stick, I think I am going to just to glue it on. But I am going to stitch around it just so it looks like it's stitched. And then on the inside, probably do something here too. I might just add more of this and then do something on top of it. And then add the pages, of course. After fiddling around with this for several minutes, I just decided on this one little red flower. I cut it down a tiny bit, thought it was too big, and then also the leaf. And then this also has the heat and bond light on the back. So I removed all the papers. I'm going to press this quick, take it back to the sewing machine, and I'm going to just go around these and then again outline this and then stitching. Another thing I wanted to mention is occasionally I'll get a comment that my thread looks heavier or it shows up more. And I should mention that like on this particular, the black, I used serger thread. And just because I have a bunch of it, and for a project like this, you know, serger thread works just fine. I would never use this if you're quilting or doing a garment type of a thing, but for this, it works great. And with serger thread, the strands or the filaments are shorter, and so it's almost looks woolier. That's kind of the look that I feel like it kind of gives. So it is maybe more pronounced. But ain't he cute? I just thought he turned out really great. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do some gluing on this again with my white school glue and also this just a glue stick. And then I'll see what I'm gonna do with this. I might just again add some more just to fill that in. Maybe put another flower on it to decorate it. And this, like I said, is going to be pretty much an undecorated journal. That'll be a great place maybe to add a photo up here, something like that, or just a little journaling card if someone wants to do something. And then it's going to be on to doing the pages. And it's just going to be a single signature in this. And we'll see about some sort of a tie as well. So a couple more things left on it, but it's really cute so far. I have it all glued on, and I'm going to add another piece of this cardstock right here with a little flower down below. I already ironed this on. I also had that paperback adhesive, and I stuck a piece of this is just a tearaway stabilizer. I am going to stitch this all the way around, and I just need something to stitch to, and then all the way up. Then this will get removed, and I'm just going to glue that into place. Have it stitched and outlined. I'm just going to tear this away. And I'm going to glue that in place. I did get all four complete. I did just use a tie for the closure on them. And they just turned out so different and just really whimsical. Inside, I just added just a bunch of different types of papers. I have a fold out and just all, like I said, just a ton. Some are lined papers and some are splattered. Just to give you an idea, let's page through here on this one. And then on the back is the place for a photo. This one I did use that tree, Save a Forest. This one has the photo on the inside, so each of them is a little bit different. I thought this would make another great place for a photo, but then right places to write and just to journal and do different things. And this one I had this buildings. This is a piece of fabric, and this one said books on it. Then I happened to have this little piece of paper that said public library, and I thought that was kind of cute. The more you can dream, the more you can do. Another one of those little houses, buildings. And then again, just all the different types of paper. And this one has the photo placed in the back. And the last one is a floral flower theme. Flowers are happy things. And the photo place. I hope you enjoyed this, everybody. It was really fun to do. Sometimes I love paper crafting, and just to be able to drag all my stuff out and spread it all out and see what I have. It was a lot of fun. Bye for now. See you next week.